Hello all. Today is May 1st, the beginning of the month. We've just completed in the previous video my interval series, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you did see all that, excellent. Yay to you. If you haven't seen all of that series, please go give those a look. I hope you'll enjoy them. Today I wanted to try and do something a little bit different. Given that the interval series was over, it was a great time for me to switch gears and do something a little different. And so today I thought I would give you a public service announcement. And this public service announcement is brought to you by me during this time of coronavirus, COVID-19, the pandemic that it is in our country. And so this PSA is for you. Yes, you. All right. And so I have it written down here. I have 10 things that you need to know, and I'll take them slow so that you really understand. All right. So, number one, first thing you need to know, we're going to get through this. Okay, I'll let that sink in for you. Some of you may be struggling with that right now. You might be in a sense of panic due to so many unknowns that we have right now. I understand. Many of us are in that same position of that uncertainty that scares. Just know that we will get through this. One day at a time. Take it as it comes. We will be okay. We will get through this. You need to know that. Okay? Number two, and this is a little bit of a plug for me. Next week I will start my new series. My new music series. This one is going to be called all about chords and chord structure, and I'll be posting videos on those Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So just like the previous series, just be ready for those. That'll be chords. So I hope you'll enjoy those and give those a look. Number three is read a book and take your time with it. Okay. Reading a book is so important, guys. If you don't have a practice of reading a book, this is the time to start. All right, I could make an entire video on the benefits of reading a book, and I need to specify: read a book for fun. That doesn't mean if you're a student, that doesn't count if you're reading your textbooks or your things that your teachers give you. You should be doing that for sure because that's for school. But you need to read something that's strictly for entertainment and enjoyment of you. You pick the book, you enjoy the book, and you read the book. Okay? It will help you. You'll feel better doing so. Trust me, please. Number four. And I'm sure nobody's going to struggle with this first part of this. This is a two-parter. The first part of number four is watch a TV show. And some of you may be listening to that and saying, "Ha ha! I already did that." Okay, well, let me give you a stipulation. Watch a TV show that your grandparents would enjoy. I don't know who all's watching this right now, but I would guarantee you that if you watched a show that you think your grandparents would enjoy, you might have a different perspective on life, and you might even enjoy it for something that's totally different than your normal TV show that you would watch. So that's number four. Watch a TV show that you think your grandparents would enjoy. All right? And if you already do that, fantastic. Pick another. It's all about new experiences in this one. So watch a TV show that your grandparents would enjoy. All right, number five, and this one is difficult for everybody, I think, during this time, but even myself, but we need to do this. Number five, take a shower and get dressed and get ready for the day every day. Every day. I know it's tempting to just lay around in your pajamas all day. I will be perfectly honest. It has happened for me. I do that. I take days where I just stay in my pajamas all day. But there's something to be said for taking a shower and getting dressed and ready for the day, regardless of whether or not you're going outside of the house. Getting ready for the day and getting clothes on that you could do stuff with, that will be helpful for you. You'll feel better in the long run. I promise you. Getting that shower, getting ready for the day, doing all those sorts of things, getting into that routine of that, it will help you. It will help you. I promise. I promise. So, now number 6. We're on number 6. Number 6 is listen to music that you normally wouldn't. And this is a challenge for a lot of us because typically when we listen to music, we're listening to stuff we enjoy because it's our release, right? We understand that. I'm not saying don't do that. Listen to songs that you enjoy for sure. But discover something new in the music world. Listen to something that you've never heard of before. You may enjoy it, and then your horizons have been broadened in that way. And then also, if you listen to something and you know you don't like it, listen to it in its entirety. Don't just listen to a song for the first 5 seconds of the song and say, I don't like it. Skip. Because nowadays, in the way that we listen to music, whether you listen to music on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever your music playing app is, there's always the skip function. Try not to. Try not to. Try to listen to a song in its entirety, and if you don't like it, fine. Fantastic. That's okay. You learned something about yourself in that way. But you never know. You may find something that you thought you wouldn't like at the very beginning of it, and by the end of the song, you're in love with it. You never know until you try. Okay, so that's number 6. Listen to music that you normally wouldn't. Okay. Now this one's different. Number 7. When speaking, keep in mind who you're talking to. I'll say that again. When speaking, keep in mind who you're talking to. Now that's not a trying to challenge me, who you're talking to. No, it's not that kind of thing. Understanding who you're speaking to is part of healthy communication. If you know who you're talking to and you know your audience, you'll be able to change the way you speak in order to reach that person more effectively. You'll be able to speak in ways that they understand if you truly understand them. Okay? Now that is a tall order. That's a tall order. But it goes directly into number 8. I tied 7 and 8 together. So if number 7 is when speaking, keep in mind who you're talking to, number 8 is get to know people deeply. Deeply. Okay? It's not just surface level, okay, this is their name, this is their age. It's what makes them tick? Why do they speak the way they do? Why do they think the way they do? What's their background? Get to know somebody. Now that doesn't mean that you need to be nosy and get into all of their personal details. No. It's all about building effective relationships in this one. Communication is key, and understanding people is a way of life. If you make relationships with other people that are strong and deep and built to last, you'll feel better about your life. It's just a fact. Promise. Alright? Understanding who people are and how they act, that is important. And don't let anybody tell you it's not. Alright? So there you go. Number 9, and I have done this a bunch already, but you need to try and do this too if you haven't. The first, and this is a two-parter as well. The first part of this is walk around outside. Okay? Yes, I realize that we're in a pandemic and you're supposed to stay indoors and stay away from people and all that stuff. Yes, absolutely, you should. But you also need to go outside. You need to go outside. You need to walk outside. Okay? There's something to be said for walking. I've discovered that myself recently, that walking outside just for the sake of it is very therapeutic. But I'll give you one extra caveat to that. While you're walking around outside, when it's safe to do so, look up. Looking up, you never know what you might see. But I can guarantee you there's probably, if you're outside, there's going to be the sky. And the sky in and of itself is a wonder to behold. And that may sound cliche, but it's understated nowadays. If you just go outside and look up, your life will be benefited by that experience in some shape, form, or fashion. please, I encourage you to do that. When you go outside and you walk around, again, when it's safe to do so, don't just walk around looking up the entire time, because you never know what you're going to run into. But look up from time to time and see what there is to be seen up there. You never know what you're going to find. So I encourage you to do that. All right. Now my last one is probably the hardest one for people nowadays to understand. And it's very simple. It's 3 words. All right. And it may sound like you've heard it before and you just brushed it off. That's okay. You can do that with what I'm about to say as well. You can just brush this off. But if you take the time to truly believe what I'm about to say, again, I think your life would be benefit by that. Okay, so that means number 10, you are wonderful. I'll say it again. You are wonderful. Everybody's different because of different things, the way that they live, the way that they've been raised, the things that they do, and all these sorts of things. But when it comes down to it, you're wonderful. All of you. All of you are. In some way, in some shape, form, or fashion, you're wonderful. Okay? Too many times nowadays, people are so quick to down their own self-worth. I know I do that. Everybody says that you need to be humble. Yes, you should. But it doesn't mean that you need to be self-degrading. And that's a hard one to wrap your head around. It really is. That's why I saved it for last. Understanding your own self-worth and that you are wonderful is so important for self-discovery. And in this time, you need to discover who you are in some way. Learn more about yourself as well as the ones around you. Do that. Spend that time. Take that time. You'll benefit for it. I promise. All right? That's my 10 things that you need to know or do. In my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. You can take what I've said and you can disregard it. That is your choice. You have that right. But if you do take the time to listen to what I had to say and do any one of those, any number of those things on my list, you might benefit for that. I think you will. I really do. That being said, if you enjoyed this, I have plenty of other things in my head that I think I could share with you that might help you. But I just condensed it to 10 that I just rattled off on the top of my head. If you want more of this, if you want more public service announcements like this, hit a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel for more of this content. Alright? And comment below what meant the most to you out of this list. Which one you think you can do. Which one hits you the hardest, the one that made you feel some sort of way. Let me know. I want to hear from you. I really do. Believe that. Alright? So that's 10 things, guys. Again, like, subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's your choice too. I can't make you feel one way or the other. But here's just some things that I thought I would share with you today. So, that being said, thanks so much, guys. And as always, stay in tune.